Hey guys, so today is day 12 of my 40-day video challenge, and I want to talk a little bit about following your heart and learning to listen to your intuition through language and division between cultures and our ability to connect as human beings. We, for the most part, have lost the ability to feel ourselves and to understand energy. We fully have allowed ourselves in many ways to be desensitized by the television and by things that we watch on the internet. Our connections and relationships have gone down a lot as well. And I mean, I know I have experienced this myself growing up. I mean, the internet, when the internet came out, like I was young, really young, and I remember being on the computer and like getting a lot of information from that at a very young age and seeing how it shifted my ability to connect with people effectively. I mean, before Facebook was MySpace, so like this has been going on for a long time for our generation. And for myself personally, I feel like I'm just now coming back into really being able to make good, effective communication and connections with others again. And it's been really great and beautiful to look and see all of the things that have kept me from building those relationships, because I know that like fear for sure is one of them. If we're holding a lot of fear and memories of things that have happened to us in the past, we're going to be shut down to allowing people in and actually having close connections and relationships with others. So it's really important to first dive into yourself and to feel into a lot of the memories that you have and traumas that you have from when you were younger, to see what it could be that's holding you back from connecting with others in an effective, beneficial way for both parties. It's not about how somebody's going to help you, it's more about how you can help each other and co-create something together and learn, like our people around us are a mirror, and they're able to reflect the things back to us that we may need to work on and heal in ourselves. And it's a lot of times the things that bother us about others is something that is remaining unlooked at or unhealed within ourselves. And that goes to a point where we just need to tune in and to connect with our heart and to really feel it, like that's a practice that I've been doing pretty much every single day, is putting my hands on my heart. Is something I'm getting my kids to do now too, to really connect to my body and to feel that energy. Like there's a super powerful electromagnetic energy that is within your heart as well. And just like 6 months ago, I think I've shared this before, but it's so powerful. Like 6 months ago, I could not even lie in my bed with my hands on my chest because I would be so fearful that something was going to happen to me or that something was wrong. Like when I was younger, and really up until I'm still like purging this. I don't know if it's a form of PTSD or like just totally being a hypochondriac and thinking that something's wrong with me. And I know that a lot of other people struggle with that too. It's like if it's not something emotionally damaging to our mental view of how we see ourselves, it's going to be something else. So I feel like me personally and my experience and my journey, I've just like shifted. It's like, okay, you're in control. Well, not totally, but I'm getting there for the most part, observant of my thoughts and where I'm at and the energies and vibrations I'm holding on to because I'm able to feel them within myself. So now that I'm learning how to understand those better, I am switching. I guess it's kind of like that part of me that's still trying to hold on. Like, no, everything is not okay. Like, you need to focus on this and like let me try and hold you down. But it's like, no, no. And the more that you can recognize that, and the more that you can sit there and sit through that fear and be present with it, whatever it is, whatever it is for you, like to sit through that and feel it in your body, and to fully show yourself love and understanding and to be there as a partner to yourself. You have the ability to be the highest version of yourself for yourself. And it all just starts with envisioning that and deciding that that is what you want to become. And then from that follows self work, self inquiry, forgiveness, acceptance, love, learning how to trust again, and having patience with yourself, and just accepting the road that you're on and being grateful that you have the ability to see from a different perspective, because there's a lot of people whose minds are closed to seeing anything any other way. Like, this is the way and this is the road, and that is the only thing that I want to know, because if I see something else, I may not be able to handle it, or I mean, I really don't know because I've never been like that. I've always been a seeker, and I've always wanted to know what really is going on, and what is something that I might be able to learn and grow from. Like, even back when I was going through my depression really bad, I was still wanting to know more and learn more. So the more that you can dive into fully expressing and feeling into your emotions, the more that you're going to learn to be able to feel and hear your heart, because your heart is going to speak to you. Your stomach's going to speak to you. Your body is speaking to you. That's why when you say you're walking downtown, I just saw this analogy used somewhere else, and like, you're walking downtown and you see a homeless person, and it's like, how do you react to that? Like, for one, you have no idea how that person got there, absolutely zero, and it is not your place to judge or to put a label on them or to think that they actually don't need a quarter or a dollar. The like humbleness that it takes to sit outside in the cold most of the time and ask for money and have to look up to another human being and ask for money. Imagine having to do that. Now, I've talked to a lot of homeless people or people that were homeless in their past, and chances are it wasn't anything that couldn't happen to you. And it came out of the blue, out of nowhere, and just their life crashed down on them, and they were left with no ability to work, and the only thing that they could do to survive was to go and stand on the street corner and ask you for a dollar. And how do you respond to this is the determination of how much we have shut down our empathy towards others. These are human beings just like us, just like you, just like me, How are you going to feel? Is there something inside you that nudges you that, oh, maybe I do have a little change? That is your spirit, and that is your intuition, and that is the voice that you need to listen to. Not the mind telling you that, oh no, like this person's just being a bum and blah, 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 whatever it is that's going on in your head, or if you just totally just ignore them. And this is just one example of the many, many, many different examples that there are for being able to learn to listen to your heart and your intuition. It's that voice, like they say you have the good and evil, whatever angels. Like, they're listen to the voice that you know is right, regardless of what other people are doing. If you see somebody being mocked or made fun of or abused, stand up for that person. They are a human being just like you, and you never know that you might be in the same situation one day and be crying out for somebody to stand up for you. Really, when I started this, it was more so about learning to listen to your heart, to like follow your dreams and listen and connect to find your highest truth. But like through that, like it takes challenges to like see how you respond to others. And it's important, and it's all with love, like recognizing that you do maybe walk past people and totally ignore them like they're a freaking rock. That's okay. That you need to look at yourself and you need to love yourself, because there's a reason that you are looking at another human being or not at all looking at another human being, because you inside, that is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. And if you can love yourself and understand that that is just another person, at least acknowledge them, That is free. That doesn't cost anything. Learning to listen takes practice, and it takes time, and it takes patience, and it takes trust, and it takes loving yourself to a level that you may have never experienced before. And when I say it takes trust, it takes trust, because sometimes like it depends on how deep you want to go with it, like I've made a lot of big changes in my life recently. I'm full-time now with my jewelry, and like I've got my 2 kids, and I'm on my own, and I'm just doing this. I am following my heart and listening to the voice within me. And since I have started doing that these last couple of years, I and my life have completely transformed. And I challenge you to look within and to find your truth, and to start following the things that speak to you. Follow the things that make your heart light up, that make you excited, that feeling. Like, think of a couple of things that gives you that feeling. Like, for me is driving. I love driving. Driving is like a meditation for me. And just focusing on when you're trying to like do affirmations, and like I've said before, like a lot of this is connected to how you feel. Just focus on those good feelings, And that is all that I have for tonight. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and I love you. Have a good night.